Hello guys, welcome back to my world of fragrance. Today I'm going to be talking about scents for grown women. I've had this request a couple of times, and knowing that Mother's Day is just around the corner for those of you that are in the US, I thought this video might be a little bit helpful if you're looking for either a scent for yourself or if you're looking to gift a scent to a woman in your life who is a mother or a mother figure. Then these fragrances I find would be amazing on any woman who wants to smell put together and like they have their ish together, you know? So if you are a girl or a woman or even a man and are looking for some stunning fragrances, I hope that you'll find some inspiration here. This video is sponsored by Luisa Jewelry, whom I love. I'm wearing their jewelry today and I often wear their jewelry. This necklace I've been pretty much wearing ever since I got it. They also have some beautiful earrings that are, you know, dainty. They also have very vintage style jewelry. So if you are interested in perhaps gifting some jewelry to a mother figure in your life, then you can also get 15% off everything on their website at the moment. And I just really wholeheartedly support this brand. They offset 100% of their carbon emissions, so they are trying to be sustainable and conscious about the planet, which I love. It's also very affordable pieces, so you're not going to be breaking the bank. They have a whole year's warranty on all of their items on their website, so if you purchase something and it breaks or whatever, you are covered. So I really think that this is a great opportunity if you are looking for a jewelry gift, and if you are looking for a fragrance gift for yourself or just to get inspiration, then keep on watching. I will have a video up around Father's Day as well, so men, please do not feel left out at all. Like I said, enjoy the whole gender fluidity thing in perfume, but I also enjoy celebrating each of the genders and the beauties that they have. So the first fragrance in this lineup has to be the one that I 100% my mind first goes to when I think about a person, a woman who has her life together, and that is my mother's scent. Number 19, those of you who have been watching my channel for a while know the meaning of this fragrance for me in my life. And this is one that I always knew that once I felt like a woman, I would definitely be purchasing for myself to wear, and I would be wearing this fragrance proudly. This is a green galbanum balm with oak moss, and so many amazing things going on. Lots of beautiful fresh florals in here. And this is the cold bee fragrance. This is the I don't give an F. I have everything together and I don't care what anybody else thinks fragrance. But for me, this is actually comforting and warm. My mom wore the Idylle, which is that's gonna be a dream for me to hopefully get that one day. In my mind, I feel like finding the Idylle, perhaps if I was at a vintage market in Paris, or if I walked past a small little vintage boutique and saw it in the window, that would be a lot more romantic than just finding it on eBay. So I'm hoping that that is something that's going to happen to me one day, but we'll see what fate says to that. Next, I have a fragrance from Guerlain. Of course, if you're thinking about an adult woman, an elegant woman, you must have Guerlain on the list. And I have two fragrances from Guerlain, one older, one newer. And this one is Nahema, which is an iconic rose fragrance. This was created in 1979 by Jean-Paul Guerlain. This is a crimson rose that is mature. It's at the height of its life, you know. The rose it's like my lipstick, or maybe a little bit darker. And to me, this kind of projects the prime of a woman's life. When a woman feels at her height, she has everything that she could possibly ask for. And she has passion, she has romance, she has all of her work dreams, all of her career dreams as well, all of those things in one. And she is not apologetic about being a woman. She's fully embraced the fact that she's a woman. She's been hiding and shying away from it her entire life, wanting to hold on to the youthful years of being called a girl. But this is the time when she's fully embraced being a woman, and she's never been happier. So I don't know if that description tells you much about the perfume, but this is essentially a crimson mature rose before the rose begins to decay. You know, the rose is at its prime, its most beautiful, its most luscious. And this is just so sophisticated, so elegant. I love Nahema. These bottles by Guerlain have been changed now. This is one of their, you know, iconic scents. Even though it's from 79, it's not from earlier. It's still an iconic fragrance for Guerlain. So they've changed them into that other bottle. I have a picture over here, which I think is kind of sad because for this fragrance in particular, I feel like the B bottle really just suits Nahema. The next fragrance that I have from Guerlain is Idylle, which is a perfume that I wish that I wore more because it is simply just so elegant. It is all of the prettiest florals that you can imagine. It is lily of the valley, peonies, jasmine, lilacs. It's all of those florals put together, but it has depth. It has muskiness. It has that Guerlain touch. It does remind me of For Her by Narciso Rodriguez, which although it reminds me of that fragrance as well, this one I find to be a little bit more mature in the best way possible though. And then with that Guerlain hand, Narciso Rodriguez I wore many years ago when I was a lot younger, and you know, I felt like I could pull that off then. This one, I feel like you need to be a little bit older to pull off. But of course, that depends on how you are. If you are beyond your years, then go ahead and pull this off. I think that also this bottle has changed. I'm not too sure, or God forbid it's been discontinued, but this is a really stunning fragrance that smells like someone who really has their life together. Now we are moving into the powdery realm, because what says elegance more than a powdery scent? I don't know. So the one that I have chosen for the powdery spot is this one, Parfum Pearl, created by Micallef, who creates all of the fragrances for Micallef. And this one is pretty pink florals that have then been dumped by white powder. So it is very powdery and elegant, and it's one that I feel like overdone, it would be too much. It just has to have the right amount of light spritzes to create that very, very elegant air. It's one of those, you know, in passing perfumes that leave that trail that you want to follow. So it's also slightly soapy, and it has sweetness. It has a vanillic sweetness to it in the base. So I think that this one could easily be overworn, but worn in the right amount, this is very, very elegant, and I love it. Next, we have a fragrance from Maison Violet, and 1827 was the year that this house originally was created. They closed down in 1955, but they've since revived and come back in 2017. So they are kind of blowing new life into old creations, and they're also creating new creations. And this one is a violet fragrance. The house name is Violet, and the violet fragrance is the one that stole my heart. It's called Pourpre d'automne. So violet usually is incorporated into fragrances to add this powderiness, this powdery depth. It is a lilac floral or purple floral, and violet can be very jarring on its own. I have had to learn how to love the violet, and now I'm obsessed with violet. The first violet fragrance that I ever smelled was probably L'Heure Bleue, or the first one where I was consciously knowing that I was smelling violet was L'Heure Bleue by Guerlain. I mean, all roads lead to Guerlain, don't they? But L'Heure Bleue, when I first smelled it, I thought, okay, this is one of the most melancholy fragrances I have ever smelled. I felt kind of sad, you know? But this one is not sad in the least bit. It is very vibrant. It's a vibrant take on the violet, and the violet just, you know, overtakes. If you do not like violet, then you will hate this, but if you adore violet, then you will just fall head over heels for this fragrance. There's just something extremely haunting about violet. Violet in perfumery is just amazing. So check that one out. Now, the next fragrance that I have to show you is a stunning iris fragrance. I had to include something that was maybe a little bit unexpected. Musk Milano is not your typical elegant adult woman brand, I would say. It's more of a meaty brand, you know, one where their perfumes like just scream power. But this one is a very soft, light take. L'attesa meaning the wait, so waiting for something, longing for something, wanting something to happen. There's probably some romantic story behind this fragrance because Musk Milano is really good at their storytelling. But this is a buttery iris that is a little bit detached from its feelings. You know, this is a woman who does not want to get too emotional, does not want to get too involved in, you know, showing people how she actually feels. A rose is a very emotional flower. A rose is a very passionate flower, whereas an iris is a little bit more cold, a little bit more detached from showing emotions. So this is for that kind of persona, that kind of front. This is just a stunningly gorgeous fragrance. It has a champagne accord in it, so a champagne accord that then develops into this iris with little elegant other floral touches, and it's really, really good. It's a really subtle, beautiful, poetic fragrance. Lastly, we have a fragrance from another heritage brand, but this one is from the UK, good old British heritage brand, Grossmith, who I love their stuff. This is not a fragrance from their old like heritage line. This fragrance was released in 2012. So it really is more of an ode to the classic Chypre fragrances. Mitsuko from Guerlain, for example. Again, all roads lead to Guerlain. But if you appreciate Mitsuko, you would absolutely appreciate this one. And I would say out of this entire lineup, this is the most gender neutral, masculine friendly fragrance because it has such a density to it. The amber is quite dense. It comes off a little bit animalic. It comes off as a part of a leather accord, really. And yet it comes off also quite herbaceous. It has some very aromatic, fresh notes as well. So it has that clash between the two. And this one is a stunning Chypre for you Chypre lovers. And that's it for my recommendations for women, not girls, grown women or girls who want to smell like grown women. Here are some really stunning perfumes. And I hope that you also get a chance to check out Ana Luisa. If you are looking for jewelry at the moment, then please check out my discount code below. And I will see you in my very next video, hopefully very, very soon. I cannot wait to see you again, my friends.